Welcome to the Village People's Weekly Roundup Part 1. You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You, message number 76. I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher, and this call is dedicated to Michaela. First, an announcement. Hopefully this will only impact a few people, but since I've been talking about rest, I need to change my posting schedule. I was going to bed and then getting up just to post the call. That has caused some sleep disturbances, so I've decided I'm going to post them around 8 p.m. Central Time. That way the early birds on the East Coast will have the new call available rather than waiting for me to wake up and get up. It should just take a few days for you to get used to the schedule, but it'll be much healthier for me. Now for the reviews, starting with last week's review calls. Frank talked about how he starts the day with an intention and something he's grateful for. That allows him to reset his focus throughout the day when he reviews his intention. Ramona said she's reminded of a t-shirt, pray about everything and worry about nothing. Then we had the Vol State prep call, the first one. Karen noted that to look at all the variables involved is good for any project, not just my race. This allows us to be prepared and less surprised. This led to the flexibility call. Ramona waxed eloquently, reminding us that trees have to bend in the wind rather than standing up to the wind so they don't break. You should see some of the trees in Texas. They're almost at a right angle, but they're big and strong. Aaron cited Tom Brady's emphasis on flexibility rather than just brute strength. You can combine the two and be much more effective and long-lasting. Jove had his voice recorder, I think, or whatever you call it, on 400 times normal speed, so I couldn't understand his wisdom. He was probably racing when he was calling. Tim also reminded us that growth and change can't coexist, and sometimes change is better. It might be a voluntary change, or it might be one forced on us. Lise, I'm so proud of you. You increased your walking despite the residuals of an old injury, and I found that very special. She also said that while she was walking, she met a bunch of people, and it was kind of like serendipity. That sent chills up and down my spine. Karen talked about all the prep that is required for my race and how it might apply to her writing practice. She also said it was a lesson to see how I compensate for things I can't control, like my age, with things I can control, such as decreasing my pack weight. Ken mentioned that I didn't tell you why I was doing this race. More about that later. April said we should each say, I'm going to show up today with the best I've got. I thought this was a great way to summarize everything. I'd love to know the name of the gentleman with the 801 area code since he was so polite and encouraging. That's it for today. We'll continue tomorrow.